Hi, it's Tanya from My Forking Life, and today we're in the kitchen and we're making your favorite ground turkey tacos. Now, I love all kinds of tacos, but I love this spin on traditional tacos because ground turkey, I like to mix it up and use that sometimes, and I like to add a little bit of a secret ingredient that's not so secret that keeps those tacos nice and juicy. Now, if you're interested in getting more videos like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you like this video. So let's get started. First I'm gonna do is I'm going to prep my ingredients. I got a yellow onion that I've rinsed. I'm gonna go ahead and chop that up real quick. Chop it in half. Get rid of that really icky outer layer. It's so thick. Since I'm gonna saute this, I'm not really that concerned that they're that perfect. This mess. And that is ready for my taco mixture. All right, I'm gonna set those aside, and I am also going to mince about 4 garlic cloves. I want to toss these up. Woo! Now I've got a garlic mincer here. I actually like to use this rather than traditionally trying to chop and mix garlic because I never can get them that teeny, but this is just so easy. You just squeeze her out. And I got a bunch of minced garlic. Can you see that? And I'm just gonna use the back of that knife. Let's put that there. Ooh, that onion's getting to me now. Oh gosh. Sorry if I start crying. Eee. And you'll notice I'm prepping my ingredients before I even touch the stove because this recipe comes together so quickly. Plus, you know, they always say mise en place, everything in place before you start. It just makes things so much easier. All right, and that's it. We've got all our veggies here prepped and ready. Remove the extra scraps. And we are gonna head over to our stovetop to start cooking. All right, so now I'm going to turn my oven on and I'm gonna set this over medium-high heat. All right, so our pot's warmed up a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of canola oil to that pot. And I've got here, I'm gonna go ahead and add my onions and garlic. And I'm also just gonna go ahead and throw in that ground turkey as well. I've got here about a pound of ground turkey. I believe it is 95% fat-free, something like that. I don't know, I forgot. But I got my ground turkey and my garlic, and I'm just gonna throw all of this in the pot at the same time. And I'm going to cook this until those onions have softened some and this ground turkey has browned. All right, so you see that the meat has now pretty much fully browned. That took us about 7 minutes to completely get this all the way browned. And you'll see that there's still a little bit of liquid back in the pan. Some of that is fat, some of that is probably just the liquid from the onions. You can decide to drain that if you want to. I usually just don't. All right, so now it's time for our seasonings and the secret ingredient. Wait, where's my stuff? So we're gonna go ahead and season this meat now that it is brown and our onions have softened a bit. I am going to add in a hefty tablespoon of chili powder. Or just a little bit more than that. Oopsie. I'm also gonna do 2 teaspoons of 2 teaspoons of cumin. I'm not adding cayenne pepper to this because I don't need it to be spicy, but if you want them spicy, feel free to do so. All right, just a little bit more. I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of oregano. Dry oregano, by the way. And I'm also gonna do a teaspoon of salt. I'm just gonna guesstimate a teaspoon. All right, and I'm gonna mix that in, this mixture. That is going to season that meat. But we're not done. As you can see, if we were just to do it like this, that liquid is already pretty much gone. I'm going to add a can of diced tomatoes with green chilies. I'm gonna go ahead and just pop open that can, and we're gonna just pour the whole thing in there undrained. What that's gonna do for your tacos is, like I said, it's gonna keep it nice and juicy. A lot of ground turkey recipes, what happens with ground turkey is it gets really dry. So these tomatoes with green chilies with the juice, it pretty much just adds moisture and a little bit of flavor, but mostly I do it to add moisture into these tacos. It's so pretty too. Like, it just looks like deliciousness in a skillet. And then I'm gonna turn that mixture down to about medium low and let it cook for about 2 to 3 minutes so that that liquid can reduce just a little bit and that flavor can just kind of overpower it. All right, so while this mixture is cooking down, I'm gonna go ahead and warm up my taco shells. I like crunchy taco shells for tacos. Everyone else likes the soft, and I like to warm up the crunchy taco shells in my air fryer. So I'm just gonna put those in 400 degrees for about 2 minutes just to get them a little bit toasted. So the perfect topping to this taco meat, and this is our last secret ingredient, is lime juice. Definitely the reason why I like adding lime juice to this recipe, it definitely takes it to another flavor level, I guess. And it's pretty much the acid, right? Like, any good recipe has acid in it, and I love adding lime juice to any Mexican dish that I'm pretty much making. So going to give that a hefty squeeze of lime juice right into this entire taco bowl. And I use 1 medium lime. I juice all the juice that I can get out of it. Boom. Now, I recommend tasting it before you add the lime juice and then tasting it after and then deciding like which one you prefer. But I tell you, it's the lime juice that really makes these tacos. So now it's time for me to dress my tacos. I'm gonna use one of these so it's easier. Hot, 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 hot. I'm gonna go ahead and dress those tacos. So I'm gonna grab some of this taco meat and I'm just going to put it right in my shell. Oh, look at that. It's a little messy, y'all, but I love it. And you can totally use a slotted spoon if you don't want all that extra liquid pouring out, but it keeps those tacos nice and juicy. And I'm going to top them with my favorite toppings. So I've got here a little bit of lettuce. I'm going to use a little bit of tomato that has not been cooked down. A little bit of yellow cheese that isn't really authentic, but you know, it's good. And my favorite, sour cream. Oh, yo, I forgot the other thing that I love to put on my tacos. Just put a little dollop there. Is some homemade fresh salsa. Flavor overload, y'all. And there you have it. Beautiful, delicious tacos. Take a bite. I made a mess. All right, until the next recipe.